Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Houston Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Horned Frogs offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Grab behind the line. It's Richardson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Third down play from the gun. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And it's the punt team.
Number 31, on to punt it away.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Houston's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, they don't always show up in the box score, but these guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Houston will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Takes the handoff. It's Cook. Runs through a tackle. The Horned Frogs have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short. But I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the O? Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Run in the red zone. It's Need. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off play action. Coming after it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Cougar! And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up. all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas,
keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. On the ground, it's Cook. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Back to throw, it's Seals. Unloads to the right. Misses receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Durham.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Smith dropping to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run for it on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. A great catch and run for 6. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away.
31 on to kick it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Giving him his pads. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Smith wants to throw. Buys a little time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Good, solid tackle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now it's 2nd and 4 from the 20. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, TCU!
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a play we won't soon forget, the 95-yard run for the touchdown. The lead is 17 as they try to fight their way back in. They'll need a stop on this possession, about to kick it off here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Need. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
On the run, it's Need. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Scanning the field, it's Seals. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he makes the catch inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last run, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking for a gap. It's Need. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And they take it in for 6 more points. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Miami. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could...
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
They go 4 vertical, and I love that play call. This is one of the best receivers in the country. This play's tailor-made for him. He does a great job with the route. He understands coverages, and he's got a great catch radius. What a good play call for this particular play.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They move the tight end all over. Back to pass, it's Seals. Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pulls it in. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone.
job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
TCU, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments. And
He's going for the big play. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
it's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body, going to the right. Great job by the defense, closing it off and making the interception.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's Seals. Sweet cut there. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
TCU, 21.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They want to just keep throwing it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And here they come, almost all the way back. A big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. He's got it again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making it work.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody fly.
They put on the heat, and they blocked it. Defense has it. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the feet.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the shotgun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short to try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
From the gun, the running back works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield to just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Seals. Makes the grab. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, TCU! Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets away. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Smith wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cougars. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Powers forward. Couldn't make his way in. The two-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor. And make him forget that.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game home or as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wants to throw. It's Seals. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there.
He wants to go deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. After this, it'll be a wrap. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.